And when you say the elite in this country, you're not just talking about big finance. This is also a company that has its fingers inside the donation boxes of both Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah, the money, the elite is, you look, I always look at the top donors, and you look at the top donors, they all have huge China investments. And it's why we've had malfeasance in Washington related to China for so long. Actually covering up crimes, right? This isn't like poor policy. This is agencies not actually doing their jobs to protect the American people, industry, and our national security. And if you don't believe me, after McCarthy was put out of office, the bipartisan Committee on the Chinese Communist Party and Gallagher went after Sequoia. They were one of McCarthy's top donors, and he sent them a 6-page letter talking about them funding companies like Eversec, Ford Paradigm, DJI Drones. These are companies with substantial contracts with the People's Liberation Army being funded by American investors.
According to the Wall Street Journal, Shen told Chinese financial news outlet Yi Kai in a 2016 interview about an internal Sequoia database that held 40 years of the firm's intelligence on the companies it had invested in, and that Sequoia teams worldwide could access. He called the database Sequoia's most important competitive power.
Yes, Chanel, that video was a huge problem for Sequoia because it contradicted everything they were misrepresenting in the media. Right? If you're giving not only Neil Shen, his entire team, access to all this information you're collecting on your U.S. investments, and then he's using that to build companies in China to compete with these U.S. companies, that's a problem. And this is his own admission, and he gets access to this database known as Sequoia Management System. And just so people understand the ramifications of this, he's invested in companies like Shein, the discount global retailer with investment practices, when Sequoia invested in companies like Zappos that was bought by Amazon. So he can take the intelligence and use this to build companies and then launch them into the U.S. using the trade practices that, the unethical, unmoral trade practices of China in terms of replacing U.S. companies. And as we all know, our economic security is our national security.